Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, madam.
Welcome to my class. Today, I'm gonna to teach you about change rule. And now, let me explain to you what change rule is. The change rule first been used by Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. He first mentioned it in a 1676 memorial with a sign error in the calculation. The common notation of change rule is due to Leibniz. Guillaume de L'Hopital used the change rule implicitly in his Analyse des Infiniment Petits. The rule facilitates calculations that involve finding the derivative of complex expressions such as those found in many physics applications. In calculus, the change rule is a formula to compute the derivative of a composite function. There are two forms of change rule. Suppose that we have two functions, fx and gx, and they are both differentiable. If we define fx equal to fgx, then the derivative of fx is f prime x equal to f prime gx g prime x. And this is called the Lagrange's notation. If we have y equal to fu and u equal to gx, then the derivative of y is dy over dx equal to dy over du times du over dx. And this is called the Leibniz notation. Sometimes it is easier to think of the function f and g as layers of a problem. Function f is the outer layers and function g is the inner layers. For example, rz equal to square root 5z minus 8. 5z minus 8 is the inside function while the square root is the outside function. Thus, the change rule tells us to first differentiate the outer layer, leaving the inner layer unchanged in the term f prime gx, then differentiate the inner layer in the term g prime x. This process will become clearer as you do the problems. Now, let us see some examples of change rule. Following examples can help you to understand more about change rule. First of all, we will see change rule the general power rule. The formula are shown as below. The general power rule states that this derivative is n times the function raised to the n minus 1 power times the derivative of the function. For example, hx equal to 2x power 3 plus 3x minus 1 power negative 7. According to the formula, h prime x will be like this and n equal to negative 7. Substitute n equal to negative 7 into the formula and get the red part. Then, differentiate the inner function which is hx and get the green part. Lastly, we will need to simplify and get the final answer.
So, do you all understand?
Yes, teacher.
Alright, then I will proceed to the next example. Next, we will see another example for change rule general power rule for power functions. This is the example. Step 1, we need to identify the inner function and the outer function. fx is 1 over 2 and this is the outer function, while the inner function is gx equal to 13x squared minus 5x plus 8. Then, for step 2, take the derivative of both functions. f prime x equal to 1 over 2 bracket 13x squared minus 5x plus 8 power negative 1 over 2, whereas g prime x equal to 26x minus 5. Last but not least, for step 3, substitute the derivative into the change rule and simplify. By doing the calculation and simplifications, we will get the final answer. Now we will see change rule the general exponential rule. The formula are shown as below. For the exponential, it just repeats itself, then multiply the differentiation of gx function. The exponential rule states that this derivative is e to the power of the function times the derivative of the function. Here is the example of finding derivative of function involving exponentials. For example, rz equal to 3 exponential negative 2x. For step 1, we will need to differentiate the outside function. For exponential, the differentiation is just repeat itself. Then for step 2, we will need to differentiate the inside function, which is negative 2x. The differentiation of negative 2x will be negative 2. Last step will be combine the two functions with the formula. 3 exponential negative 2x times negative 2 equals to negative 6 exponential negative 2x. Next, we will see the example for change through the general logarithm rule. Who can explain to me how change through the general logarithm rule works?
Can I have a try?
Sure.
For chain rule, the general logarithm rule, the formula is shown as below. The derivative of ln gx is 1 over x, then multiply by the differentiation of gx function. The logarithm rule states that this derivative is 1 divided by the function times the derivative of the function. For example, hx equals to ln 1 plus e power x. To find the answer using chain rule, it also requires 3 steps. Step 1. Differentiate the outside function. According to the rule, the differentiation of logarithm will be 1 over the inside part of the function. Then for step 2, we will need to differentiate the inside function, which is gx equals to 1 plus e power x. After differentiation, g prime x is equal to e power x. Lastly, we will need to combine the two functions with the formula, which is 1 over 1 plus e power x multiplied by the e power x and get the final answer.
Well done, you did a great job. So, all of you already know how chain rule works, right?
Yes, teacher.
Alright, we can dismiss the class.
Thank you, teacher.